Welcome to Between Two Pastries with Annie and Nicole. I'm Nicole.
I'm Annie.
Today we're going to showcase Annie Weiss,
Hey.
registered dietitian, fabulous runner. And we're going to find out a little bit more about Annie and her background around becoming an RD. So,
Ooh.
yeah, welcome, Annie.
Thank you. I'm a little nervous.
I know it. So let's kind of get right into it. Let's talk a little bit about maybe what your own personal pathway was to becoming an RD.
Okay, so like Nicole said, I am a registered dietitian. We'll talk at some point of, what that means. But I'm a registered dietitian, certified dietitian. I have a master's in dietetics with an emphasis in sports nutrition. Somewhere in there, I did a biology minor. So pretty heavy on the science side. And I started out in dietetics back in college, obviously. I transferred from Marquette to Mount Mary from being a chemistry education major to dietetics because I really liked food. I like exercise. I wanted to know more about nutrition, so it seemed like that would maybe be the right fit. And so I transferred and I finished school, and I actually started right away in management because it's something we'll probably talk about on a different episode. There's a lot of different pathways that dietitians can take, and one of them is management, one of them is clinical care, and one of them is community care. So I went with management because when you're, 22 or 23 years old, you see dollar signs and think, ooh, that sounds great. So I went into management and I worked for a company called Sodexo. So I was doing patient services and all that kind of stuff. And it was enjoyable, but it was super, super high stress. So I did that about 6 years. And then I thought, I'm going to go in the fitness side of things. So I was working as a dietitian at a fitness club. I was director of fitness and all that good stuff. And that was super boring. So then I went back to Sodexo and I was in charge of catering at Harley Davidson. And that was super high stressful again. So then I actually found my way to clinical care, which I've fell in love with quite a bit. But specifically, I work with eating disorder patients and more on the counseling side of things. And then at that point, I thought it would be a good idea as I was gaining more and more knowledge on sports nutrition to do some private practice. And I really have kind of evolved from what people think dietitians do, which is, health, to really being that dietitian who sees everyone having disordered eating and really wanting to eliminate diet culture everywhere I go. So now I work actually in behavioral health, mostly with children who are who've maybe just overdosed, tried to attempt suicide, depression, anxiety, bullying, things like that. So personally, and even clinically, I don't care what they're eating. I just want them to simply eat. So my job is identifying the things that will create harm in their life as it relates to food. So like severe allergies and things like that. And otherwise, I want to make sure they're eating versus, trying to kill themselves. So that's really my focus now, and where I'm at. And I absolutely love my job in working with that population, which a lot of people find really weird.
Yeah, no, that's pretty darn great, actually. So what would you say then is your nutrition philosophy, even though you kind of already alluded to that?
I did. I alluded to it. So my nutrition philosophy is there's no such thing as bad food. There's no such thing as a good food. There's no healthy foods. There's no unhealthy foods. Food is just simply food. Because I think we're living in a society that has now, food has become a status. And if I eat these certain foods, that gives me a higher status. And if I eat these foods, I'm not as good as this person who eats these foods. So it's become a very this and that, very left and right type topic. So my philosophy is food is food. You can eat all types of food and still be okay, still get what you need, whether you're eating fresh broccoli, frozen broccoli, or canned broccoli. I don't think that's a thing.
They don't have canned broccoli is not a thing.
But you get my point, right?
That's cool. It's cool.
Right. Or, a processed food versus, like washing and soaking your own beans and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, as long as you're getting the nutrition you need, it stops stressing about these types of things.
Totally.
So that's really my philosophy. And my number one goal in life at this point is like eliminating diet culture, getting rid of it, because God, it's taken over the universe with like terms like wellness and health and like hidden diets all over the place, and it's just it bugs the piss out of me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Stand it.
I agree. Which is what also brings us together so nicely.
Yes.
Annie and I share very similar philosophies in general.
Yes.
And so kind of circling back to what you were talking about earlier, would you say that you specialize in something, or do you like to consider yourself specializing in
I would say, honestly, like, I've been a dietitian over 10 years now, and I've worked specifically with patients with eating disorders for over half of that time. And although I don't have my certification as an eating disorder dietitian, which, by the way, costs like $1 trillion, and that's the only reason why I haven't gotten it yet, I would say I specialize primarily in eating disorders. I've helped a lot of people in sports nutrition or weight management or fitness or whatever, reduce their blood pressure, whatever it might be. I've helped people in a variety of different areas, but I personally feel like the greatest impact I've had is with those with eating disorders. It's also the one clientele that I think has given me gray hair, but
yes,
but I also feel like I've helped the most people there.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Is there something fun that you want people to know about you that maybe you don't often, share
with people? Gosh, that's a really good question. Food related?
Anything related.
Things that people don't know about me. Well, I have guinea pigs.
Okay, which I think is so cool. And I actually just learned about this.
Yeah.
So I'm an animal lover myself.
Oh, honestly, I'm one of those people that would rather watch a movie with the humans dying than animals dying. Like, I really struggle.
Literally can't handle that.
Can't handle it. So I inherited my cousin's guinea pig, and they really like to bond. Like, they need partners. And it's actually against the law in many countries to not have guinea pigs as 2 or more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got another guinea pig.
Wow.
And my Amazon, wish list, and maybe even more so my Amazon, checkout is all guinea pig things. And my husband is like, you don't even love me anymore. And I'm like, no, I really do. And he's like, all you do is spend time with the guinea pigs. I'm like, that's true.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He is 100% right. The other night, he's like, are you going to make dinner soon? And I'm like, isn't there something in there for you to eat?
Yeah.
It was 7 by the time we ate, because I wanted to make sure the guinea pigs got their exercise and had their lettuce and carrots.
That's awesome.
I know. So
that's super important, though.
Yeah. So that's something that I don't know all people know about me. I would definitely say if I were to do it all again, I'd probably maybe consider being a vet or just an animal holder.
Sure. Yes. An animal holder.
The person who holds all the
animals. Close to them.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Aw, that's so great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to share, like a favorite food or any last thoughts?
Oh, God. I absolutely hate onions. That's something about me that...
I will remember that.
No. And I'll eat them sometimes, but boy, I don't like onions. There isn't a food that I don't like, though. I mean, really that I wouldn't like, but foods that I love. Certainly love pastries. I don't know about you, but
yeah, hence the name.
Pastries are my favorite. It's Lent right now, and so as a family, we all gave up desserts because that's what you do, right? And you're supposed to do something nice, but we're still in the habit of giving up something. So we all decided to give up desserts, and That actually has been going fine because, you replace it with something else that you really love.
Yeah.
So like, you're used to having a piece of chocolate every day. So, you have a string cheese instead or whatever, and it just isn't the same. So right now I feel like my favorite food is desserts, because I've been missing them. Specifically donuts. I tend to have a donut probably 3 times a week.
I had a feeling you had a pretty good relationship with donuts.
I love donuts.
That's what I was gathering.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
With a nice hot beverage.
That's
it's
all
like,
right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, it's so good. Specifically like the old fashioned or a crawler.
Yes.
Cakey.
I like the cakey ones too.
Kinds.
Yeah.
Like, and it's so satisfying. Like, it's like, oh, yes, a donut. And it fills me up. I find complete satisfaction from a donut.
It's funny.
Usually mid-morning. I have to have my regular breakfast first.
It's very funny.
So yeah, probably donuts. But my all-time favorite, though, I'd say is pizza.
Sweet.
I love pizza. Yeah. So that's me. That's me as a dietitian.
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Annie, for
Yeah,
sharing
you bet.
some of that information.
Especially like, check out our Facebook page, because if you have a question you want us to answer about like ourselves personally, you could just post it to that page, and it's called Between Two Pastries, certainly. And let us know what questions you have, or what you want to know about me specifically, because we can definitely bring it up, even if it's something silly.
That's
okay
right.
To know those things.
It is okay.
Yeah.
We enjoy that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, until next time, we are bidding you goodbye and good health.